Hi, Chef Raphael here. Today I'm excited because I'm actually baking and I'm going to show you how to make an Irish soda bread. It's the simplest sort of bread you can make. This is a no yeast bread. It looks like this. It has a crust, especially when it's freshly baked. It has a nice crust. When it cools down, the crustiness will go away, but it's best served warm. Here I have a slice that I've applied some jam. It has a nice crumble, perfect for breakfast or even when you toast it. Watch till the end, you see how simple it is to bake it. Let's get cooking. So welcome to the show. Now if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. My channel is all about making you a better home cook or home baker. Today I'm baking. Now, the first thing I want to do is to make my buttermilk. You can actually buy buttermilk. Buttermilk is maziwa mala or sour milk. But how you actually make your own is you have distilled white vinegar and milk. So it's 1.5 cups of milk and 1.5 tablespoons of the distilled vinegar. If you're using 1 cup, all you need is 1 cup of milk and 1 tablespoon of vinegar. So that's the ratio. 1 cup, 1 tablespoon of vinegar. That's what you need to remember. So when you're making it, is just mix it in a cup and let it sit for about 10 minutes. And it usually works faster when you're using milk at room temperature. So the first thing we want to do is to put all the ingredients together, starting with the flour. So this is all-purpose flour. You can also use the bread flour or brown flour, whole wheat flour. You can either do whole wheat flour by itself or use half and half all-purpose and half brown flour. So now what I'm adding is about 2 tablespoons of sugar and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Now to make it more interesting, I'm also going to add about 2 tablespoons of oats, rolled oats. This is optional, but it will make the bread interesting. So mix everything together. And finally, don't forget, also we have 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. So after mixing, the best thing what you want to do is make a small hole at the center or a well, and then pour the buttermilk. So I'm not going to pour all of it. I'm going to leave some. Using a spatula like this, it makes it a little bit easier. And actually add the rest of this. So once it's a little bit tough, more dry like this, you can actually use your hand. Want it to be a little bit sticky before we transfer it to this surface. So what I'll do first, a little bit of flour. It's a little bit sticky, but that's fine. Adding a little bit of flour on the inside, just to make sure that all the dough is out. Mix it into this. So we're not going to knead it for long. We just want it to be less sticky. And that's why we dust it with a little bit of flour. And right now all I need to do is to shape it into a round shape about 18 centimeter in diameter, like that. I'm going to transfer it on a baking tray. So it's a good idea to have a grease-proof paper on your tray. Lift the bread, place it gently at the center of your tray. It should have a rough look. It's really simple, like you can see. Now all I want to do right now is to make a few cuts. So we're going to make 2 cuts, an X shape, using a sharp knife, not too deep. So that when it rises, it will open up like a flower and it will not crack. So now I'm going to put it in the oven. Almost forgot, before the oven, what we need to do is to brush the top with some milk, just plain milk. This will help in the browning of the bread when it bakes. So not too much, just the top. Now it will go to a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius. So the bread is ready. It's 30 minutes later. Now one thing I've realized, which I think it's a good thing so that you actually see what happens. I actually didn't cut it deep enough. I'd say not too deep, but also if it's not deep enough, what will happen is that the X mark will not be visible. So you can go a little bit deep so that it actually opens up. But then again, even if it doesn't, it's still fine. How you know it's ready? It actually smells really nice. How you know it's ready? It's still warm. When you tap it at the back, it should sound hollow. And also another way of knowing it's cooked is that when you dip a small knife or toothpick on the inside, it should come out clean, just like cake. So all that is left is to serve. You can actually, it's actually best served when it's warm, and you can serve it with a plain by itself or with a smear of butter and jam. So let's see how it looks on the inside. That's how it looks on the inside. It's nice and dense. I can see the specks of the oatmeal. Looks really nice. Like I said, all that is left is to slice it. I'm actually going to slice lengthwise. So there you have it. Have it warm, plain or with jam. I hope you'll enjoy yours.